Hey, I'm Cornelius Wilson Brown III. I'm the author of this book. This first book that you see, it's entitled The Money Market Autopsy. That's right, autopsy, death, kill. I kill the market every single day, and I would love to show you how it's literally possible to make a living by simply looking at a laptop and pressing a few buttons, literally from anywhere in the world, as long as there's a Wi-Fi connection. I really want to teach you how it's possible to make more money in 25 minutes a day than most people make working 40 hours a week. Here's a little market recap. Today is September the 12th, 2022. And I just want to do a little market recap real quick here. Before I get started, as you can see, if you decide to become a part of our group and our organization, our software is something that you'll be taught how to read. What we use this chart for is the volume and conditions, and it's also our entry chart. We use this second chart here to find the supply and demand. We use this third chart to the right, or top right-hand corner, this third chart to find supply and demand and to confirm it as well. We use this chart to find the market structure. We use this chart for candle patterns and entry recognition. And then we use this chart to actually make our entries. Right here today, I just want to show you this particular chart. Really, really key for you to understand how we read and how we look at different markets. So as I bring this chart over, I want you to see the places where we actually had opportunities to enter into the trade. So here, we use this chart for the volume, the condition awareness, and as well as our entry points. So on this chart here, there was an entry that was made here. You will know exactly why this entry was made at this spot. You will understand and recognize why we waited for price to move out of this color into this color, going into this color. And we were able to take a couple points here. Then we waited again and we read our rules. We went through our steps that we go through before we enter into a trade. And those steps I share with you really, really quick. Step number one is we do what we call forecasting. In other words, we know where price should and should not go. After we forecast, the next thing we do is we move to our next step, and we call that recognition. We recognize what zone the trade potentially may happen in. We recognize, has the market moved, or is it just participating in what we call movement, or is it actually moving so that it can go and take profit? Well, we recognize that, and then we actually enter. That's the next thing that we do. After we enter, then of course, we manage our risk. And then after we manage our risk, we take profit. And so those are the steps that we go through, and we use our software along with our charts to make sure that we meet each and every one of these steps. So step one, we do what? We forecast. In other words, we know where price should and should not go. The next thing that we do is then we recognize. We recognize is price in the proper zone. After that, then we do what? We enter. We make sure that we have the proper counter set up and that we also have the proper trade set up on this chart. And then what do? We manage our risk because we understand and recognize that the outcomes are random. Our software and our education makes the outcomes less random. But because they are random in nature, we have to make sure that we manage our risk. And we'll teach you how to do all of that. And then finally, we take profit. Now, here's what I want to let you know. The United States government requires me to let you know that past performance is not indicative of future results. And I think that's a good policy because there could be a run to the bottom if unscrupulous people get out and promise you that, hey, you're going to make $1 million today and nothing will ever go wrong. So we have to make that, and I want to give that disclaimer. So on this particular day, I think within an hour of trading, I was able to make 1,700 bucks. And so that's a pretty good day. I mean, a lot of people don't make that in a day, but with with us, with our education, you have the potential to do the same thing. There are statistical absolutes that take place in the market that cannot be denied. There are footprints that are left by institutional leadership that we show you how to recognize. And then we enter the trade in a very, very responsible way. We manage our risk, very, very calculating strategy that we use for that. And then we exit and we take our profit. So again, I'm Cornelius Wilson Brown III, author of The Money Market Autopsy. Hey, listen, I can't wait to get the opportunity to help you. If you are a trader and you are struggling, if you are a trader and you have not been able to quit your 9-to-5 job, if you are a trader and you really, really want to learn how to become consistent in the market, listen, give us a shot, give us a shout. We'll reach out to you, we'll reach back to you, and we'll have a conversation and see whether or not we're a good fit. Text the word profits to 94253 if you would like to book a call and have a further conversation. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.